Hi, you're so amazing. Yes, we just love Norway, like the landscape, the people are so heartful. It's literally super amazing, wonderful,
And great.
and great.
It's great.
Yeah, okay, you have to stop. Well, the first time we met was actually on Sicily back then. And yeah, the second time, then we kind of just followed each other on Instagram, but we actually never had contact. We didn't write a single message back and forth. And then, when was it, 2 years later in Malta, she was just walking by me and I was like, oh my god, that's the one from Instagram. And then maybe you can tell the story on the rooftop.
Yeah, well, so we were on the rooftop at the first evening, and we were in a big group of Norwegian people, and yeah, we were just hanging out, and all of a sudden we were this closed circle, and he just comes in and he breaks the circle, and he gives me his hand like, hey, I'm Sandro. And I said, yeah, I know, because we met already 2 years ago. And yeah, then we went on our first date on Europe tour. And
so I can tell you, whoever still has Tinder on your phone, just use the PM platform and you get your perfect partner out there.
yeah, and I mean, I always knew that if I want to do PM for the rest of my life, I know it's extremely important to have support from home, and it's great if you can do the same business, but at least they need to know what you're doing and be okay with it. And so when I met somebody who's already doing the business, it was just perfect because we want the same things in life and we respect each other's work, and
Yeah.
it's really working out.
Also, I think I respect you when you have your online work to do, since you work very international from Switzerland. And then I give you your time, but also a big thank you to you that I get sometimes out of the door in the morning at 6 and don't come home before midnight, because I simply just do this very personal work to my team partners. And this is also a big plus to her, because I think many women out there wouldn't understand this lifestyle. Because we both have the vision what we can create within the next 2 or 3 years still, even though what we already created, but we of course want to go 1 or 2 steps further, and we just see the life then behind it, you know. And other than that, we still take our days off to have some privacy time, to go to the lake, to some spas, have some nice, yeah.
Yeah, we can do that because we're our own boss. And I think when you're happy in yourself and you feel fulfilled, like you really know you love what you do and you're working together towards a goal and a dream, and then we're both happy with ourselves, and of course that also makes our relationship great.
Not at all, no.
Not really, no.
We're happy for each other. Hey, you signed in your first line, then we give a high five or so, you know. When I came home, oh, we had a great home party, we had an amazing event, so no, it's more even though we're not in the same team, we support each other, I think.
Yeah. And it's like, it can be like this, that if we have a date night or dinner or so, it can be like, okay, let's finish all our tasks before we go, and then we have a reason that we need to finish our work before this or that time. Yeah, and we just know what needs to be done, and we respect each other like that.
Oh my goodness, Norwegian girls, I can speak out of experience, it's just the best out there. Yeah, just having also the opportunity to not only live at one place, also just go back and forth, see the beautiful nature in Europe, in Northern Europe especially. I've never been here before, so yeah, of course the language is sometimes a little bit of a challenge, but therefore our English just improves day by day. What PM was about in Fitline, and especially not the chances. I was simply too young and I'd never had experience. I never experienced anything in the work life throughout my life back then. So I had to do 5 different jobs until I realized what PM actually offers, and that really inspired me, the freedom, not only financially but also how you can design your whole day in your life. and the people around you, that everybody's working together, this whole teamwork, not working against each other or trying to push someone. It's all coming from inside, and this really inspired me to create something big in PM.
And I also started with the products while I was still quite young, 13 years old. My mother brought them into the house, and I thought this is just another nutrition supplement we have to take because it's healthy. But it was the first time she brought something home where I actually felt something. And I didn't know you were supposed to feel something from taking it, just taking it because you knew it was good. And when I realized I felt something, that's when I actually started to take it by myself. And I was taking it for many years, and when I went to my first business academy, that's when I realized what a business opportunity is lying behind these products. And then I made a decision that this is what I want to do.
So as I said before, I had to have 5 different jobs, the experience of these jobs, and I had to study until I realized what PM really gives me or could enable me in my life. And then I had this great advice from my father that I should look at a video where someone made his bachelor thesis about PM and network marketing. And this really because I could identify myself with the other student. He was from the other side of Germany, and this really inspired me to start at the end PM. Then I always heard there's like this 3-year plan to become financially free, that you can live your life however you want, you become president's team. And then I gathered together all of my team partners. It was literally 3 team partners back then. I invited them back home on my couch, and we kind of felt like a little startup. So we were like, let's do this 3-year plan all together. We didn't know how to start, but we just started. Everybody took all the brochures from FitLife, whatever we had at home. We kind of created a presentation we would never use today again anymore. But that I think was the key to just start and have this vision and a clear plan, a date, 3 years from now on. And yeah, there was kind of the startup feeling with the 3 other people in my team. And yes, actually, it didn't last for 3 years to become president, only 2.5 years. And I mean, that's just great. Just put in the effort and you really get there. There's no way around it.
Yeah, and what made me start or make the decision that this is what I want to make a career out of, it was actually not about making the career, it was about a big dream of mine to travel as soon as I finished school. And I know a lot of my friends, they would save up a lot of money up front and go backpacking, but backpacking isn't really my style. I wanted to see the part of the world from a nicer view, maybe. And PM was really the only job that I knew where you could still make money even if you didn't show up physically at work. So I could travel around the world and I could still follow up my customers back home and get my salary each month. And that's really what made me make the decision to start a career. It was the dream of traveling.